Friday, November 7th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here along with you. Colder air back into the Carolinas and snow beginning to fly in the mountains. In fact, looks like some snow flying from this Banner Elk web camera courtesy of ResortCams.com, and it is sharply colder. 26 degrees there in Banner Elk at the time I'm cutting this video, about 5:30 in the morning. Temperatures around the region significantly chillier than where we were at this point yesterday. It's 42 in Charlotte, 47 in Greensboro, 46 in Greenville, South Carolina, 40 in Raleigh, and all of these values significantly colder. Look at that 24-hour temperature change map. It is much, much colder right now than what we had at this juncture yesterday. It's also breezy. Those winds were really kicking around yesterday evening. And we had a period of time in the early to mid-evening hours where winds were really gusty across the region. Right now, as I'm cutting this video, still some winds 20 to 30 miles per hour in some spots. And it will be a breezy, especially first half of the day. This is what the RPM model is showing by a little before lunchtime today. Northwest winds, these are sustained winds, 10 to 20, 25 miles per hour. Gusts upwards of 30. And then the winds will subside as we get toward late afternoon and into the evening hours. Okay, here's the setup. Cold front offshore, well offshore now, and there's that northwesterly flow set up for today. And that's going to give us those breezy conditions here, especially between this morning and early afternoon. Radar quiet currently, but we're just beginning to see that snow break out in the mountains. This will not be a huge snowy event, but a few hours of snow is a good bet this morning in those favored northwest-facing slopes. Otherwise, just a chilly and quiet air mass settling in to much of the eastern part of the United States. So today, as that high pressure works our way, the winds will diminish by late this afternoon and into tonight. And with that high overhead and a clear sky, good radiational cooling night. So it will be a pretty cold night ahead. A lot of us down around the freezing mark early Saturday morning. Highs today, mid and upper 50s out there. Tomorrow's setup, not bad at all. This next cold front approaching from the west has no moisture to work with to generate rain. So I think just a little deck of some clouds late tomorrow into tomorrow night. Highs, again, pretty cool tomorrow. A lot of 50s on the board across the Piedmont of North Carolina tomorrow. And then we start a little warming trend into early next week. Cold front offshore, tons of sunshine as we go through Sunday, and highs getting a little warmer. Low to mid 60s out there on your Sunday afternoon. We start off next work week in very mild fashion. This is the upper level pattern for Monday, and I think Monday and especially Tuesday will be very mild. In fact, a lot of us probably pushing into the low 70s Tuesday afternoon, but then some big changes. This big trough dives into the eastern part of the country. The result will be a substantially colder air mass moving into the eastern United States as we get into Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. We could very well be looking at highs in the low to mid 40s at best across the Piedmont Thursday and Friday, and at times we've been seeing a little bit of an overrunning precipitation scenario on some of the modeling there Thursday and Friday. A lot of times if you can get that Arctic boundary in a position where it's kind of draped just south of the Carolinas, high pressure off to the northwest of us in a cold air damming fashion, that could be a setup to get some winter weather around here. And you may think it's early in the season, but it's not impossible this early in the season. So we will keep an eye on that, especially I think Thursday and Thursday night into Friday morning time period next week, and see if and when any precipitation tries to develop into that dome of cold air. Plenty of time between now and then, though. Finally, in the tropics, I wanted to show you this very quickly. There's a sampling of potential low temperatures Friday morning. Look at the cold air just in a lot of real estate east of the Rocky Mountains. Definitely a cold air mass coming next week. Tropical update, pretty quiet. No sign of any tropical development here for the next couple of days. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Have a great weekend, and God bless.